So let's get our, where are things? The morning of day 2. Yeah, this game counts days, but I'm not gonna split the videos into days because that would be pretty short. Anyway, now in the bottom left corner, you can see we have kind of like a Pikmin-ish people count. You can see that it's okay. The top number is how many people you have in your party, and the bottom number is how many people you can carry in your party. So right now we have 5 out of 5, and then we you press Z, and this pointer comes up, and you can throw people at it like this. Call them back with B, and to get them to be a farmer, you point at the farmhouse and press A, and they'll go in, and they come out as farmers. That's pretty cool. Did I get Alice in here? I'm sorry, I want to make Alice my farmer. She was my best farmer in my last, oh, she's not here. I wonder if she's like, okay, yeah, you always get the same, starter villagers. And here's another thing I'm gonna point out right now, because I kind of need to do it. Now, this rock right here, it helps when you're in the beginning of the game and you want to switch jobs with people. You throw them at this, and they become carefree adults again. Oh, whoops, that didn't work quite right. Like that. And you can only, I think, turn one at a time, I think. Yeah, and at the bottom thing say, turn into a carefree adult. And the reason I did that, it was because I wanted Alice in my party, and Alice was not there. Alice was talking to another guy in the castle town, so I'm gonna dismiss my royal guard. Where's Alice? Alice, and Caleb was also a farmer. Where's Caleb? No, Caleb was a... Lunasa was a farmer. No, I think, Letty. Where's Caleb? Is Caleb even here? I don't think he, like, shows up until later in the game. And, yeah, your villagers have names, so... I'm gonna have old women to be farmers, Letty. Merlin, Lily, and a guy, which is gonna be Josh. Yeah, I get attached to these characters because they have names. And oh, there's another girl here. Who are you? Lunasa. No, Lunasa's gonna be a soldier. She was a soldier last time. Anyway, now that we have farmers, we can open up the cracks that I talked about. And I'm gonna show you a very specific crack. Now, this crack has like kind of like a vapor coming out of it. If you throw a farmer at it, it'll turn into a hot spring. Hot springs work in this. You can throw your villagers at it, and they'll regain health if they are damaged. I mean, if they're hurt. And it works pretty much like Mother 3, except instead of actually going into them, you throw them at it. And the king, if the king gets hurt, he can also go in. So it's a pretty cool thing. And throughout the kingdom, there are several hot springs, but the sad news is that you can actually run out of, hot spring, because if you use them too much, the water will dry up and you can't use them anymore until the next day, so that's really sad. Anyway, farmers dig faster than normal people. You can see right there that the hole was... Okay, yeah, this is a pretty big treasure, I think. Farmers are really good at digging things, and that's what they're good at, and opening cracks. And we get some gold bars. Now, gold bars are your main source of money in the first part of the game, because they're, like, worth, like, what, 50,000, I think? That's a lot. Anyway, now that you have farmers, you'll notice they have little hoes on their hands, so you can use them to break logs, like this one. And now, logs take quite longer, because you can only get 3 people to get on working on it, instead of actually 5, like you have in your party. Because the space is so limited, but it gets done pretty quickly. Now, this is the first part of the game that's outside your castle bounds. This is, I forget what this is called. But anyway, we have more logs here and more logs here. Can we break these? Yeah, there's a giant turnip back there. I'm gonna explain more ways to get money other than holes in a bit. I just need them to break that hole. But in the meantime, you can control the camera with the D-pad like this. You go all around and around, you throw people with A. You call them back with B. I didn't do that because if you have people assigned to a task, like for example, if they're cutting the tree and I press B, they'll stop doing it. So multitasking is not really that effective in this game. It's more like a Pikmin thing, but it's okay too. And now here are some giant turnips. You can send your farmers in to kill them, and by kill them I mean harvest them. And let's wait for them to be done, and I'll explain what goes on after that. Enemies. Okay, so these are our first enemies. They are turnip heads. Every enemy in this game is called a UMA, which is something monster something. I don't know. I'm gonna look that up. Anyway, your soldiers are yeah. Your soldiers are best for battling these guys, but since I don't have any, I'm just gonna throw farmers at them. So basically, any job that has a tool in their hand can battle these, but some of them are worse than the others. So I recommend soldiers to battle these. If you don't have soldiers, you can use farmers or miners or whatever you have in your party. That comes later in the game. Sorry for spoiling that. Oh yeah, you get miners. Anyway, now the tactic to these guys is like when you're attacking them, little fumes come out of their head. When you see the little fumes, you have to call your party back, or else they'll get hit by the turnips. And you see that turnip left behind a turnip, so you pick that up, and it counts as a thing. You got a good turnip. So that also gives you money. So basically, killing enemies and they leave things behind, you can get money that way. Like turnips, and if you break logs, sometimes they have timber in them. So, oh, and here's a shining turnip. I think this gives you more money than you need, actually. But, yeah, that's a good way to make money. I like this game so much, I'm sorry. I'm just spazzing out. And that's timber. We'll get to work. I mean, we got two guys working on that, and there's another log here. So this is how multitasking works. They have to be in the same screen. You can't leave because they'll stop doing it, and if you call them back, they'll both come back, so that's not a good thing. So that's one thing I don't like about this game. You can't really multitask as much as you do in the Pikmin. In Pikmin. Sorry about that. But then again, this is not a Pikmin clone. This is more like a Pikmin ripoff. That's kind of like a sharp. No, what's the word I'm looking for? A harsh term. But I really like this game, and okay, I'm gonna call it a Pikmin ripoff, but it's a good Pikmin ripoff. It's a really, really good Pikmin ripoff. Okay, I think I got enough treasure. Sorry about that. Let's go back to our castle. I'm too excited for this. I'm like stumbling on my own words, and stuff. So we got a bunch of things. Wow. And that totals up 951,000, which is I don't know. Wait, how much money was that? Yeah, 961,000. So Hauser, I'm ready to build the guardhouse. Yeah, I'm ready for that. And we have a grand total of 861,000, which is not that bad. Now the sun has two workplaces. Amazing, King Korobo. Thank you. Okay. Oh yeah, same thing. Oh, we have chickens now. Such a puny, insignificant little kingdom. So yeah, expanding is also a big thing on this game, but right now it's not really a big theme. Right now, what you have to do is kind of make money and get people to work in their workplaces. I don't really want to go into detail what the other kings are, because yeah, you get to conquer other kingdoms, and there are other kings and stuff like that. I don't want to spoil anything for you, but I just said that, so that's a spoiler. Whoops. And Hauser just said that he'll have a plan for tomorrow, but unfortunately, yeah, you'll see in a minute. Okay, spoiler, he doesn't have a plan. I'm sorry, I'm impatient like that. But I'm gonna wait for him to wake up. Hauser, where's your plan? Good morning, Hauser. My plan, please. I've searched for the true king for 35 years, and I wanted to come with something to impress you, but I cannot seem to conceive of a plan to get us out of this crisis. I feel so inadequate. ... Ha, because you're absolute to others. Yeah, that's why the kingdom's so prosperous, because you people actually do things instead of leaving it to others. That's a big thing. Okay, we shall create a place of relaxation with chest of bugs. Yeah, so now he's explaining the town square. The town square is a place where you can get people to be in, and that's like their little city, town thing. And he mentioned a suggestion box, which is a little mailbox that people put their requests in. Like, for example, I saw a huge monster, you have to go defeat it. And that way you get quests, and quests are good because you get money and you get experience. I mean, not experience. You get to open up more places and stuff like that. And quests are handled through the mailbox. But right now we just got the guardhouse, and we're gonna put some people in there, like Aiden, Jaden. Oh, that's Caleb. Oh, okay. And Josh. Wait, wasn't Josh a farmer? No, he wasn't. No. Good morning, 2-2, but I don't want to talk to you. Get out of the way. There we go. Put them in there, and they're soldiers now, and you can go outside and kill those little turnips that we saw before. Some of these are enemies, some of these are not. We're gonna try them, see what they are. That one's a turnip. And now, grunt soldiers are only good at fighting. They can't build things, they can't dig holes, they're only good at fighting, so... Okay, whoops, that's a turnip. Go.